Pierre pulling down is up to his nipples in slogans. Literally. I'm sorry, it might sound petty, but he called this press conference. He got these workers to stand behind him, shuffling back and forth to keep their feet from hurting, and nobody on Pierre's campaign could be trusted to bring a lectern that didn't make him look like he was trying to be a real boy. Now, I don't have a clip, but I did listen to this speech, but nothing he said was worth clipping. Pierre made a few points. One of them is that Canadians should elect him because Donald Trump says that he would have an easier time negotiating with a liberal. Which, to be clear, maybe because the last time he signed a new trade deal with us, he was working with a team from the Liberals. So, given that Canadians would like to move on from the trade war, maybe we should take Pierre's advice and vote Liberal. I mean, I was probably going to vote NDP in my riding, but if Trump says so, or maybe, hear me out, what if this is that infamous 3D chess that Trump plays where he sees himself as the protagonist in a kid's cartoon before he turns to his plucky tomboy side character and says, "Don't worry, I've got a plan." It's worth noting that Elon Musk has outright endorsed Pierre. And yes, it's clear that Donald would prefer to negotiate with Pierre because he will put Canada first, right at the top of the agreement that gives America everything they want and turns us into essentially an American territory with no voting power, just like Puerto Rico or Guam. Now, of course, Pierre's whole speech was trying to pander to workers. You know, the kind who pull lightning from the sky.
The electrician who captures lightning from the sky, runs it through a copper wire to illuminate this room and light up.
You gotta hand it to the little guy. He loves being around big, burly men who do manly work. Pierre is a manly man, too. Before starting work as a professional asshole for the Conservatives, he worked as a collections agent for TELUS. Yeah, that's his only non-political job. He also has only passed one bill in 2014. It was a bill that allowed rich people to donate more money to political parties and prevented Elections Canada from trying to encourage young people to vote. I'm not even joking. If you were not already middle-aged in 2014, Pierre didn't want your vote for him then, so why would you think you should give it to him now? Anyway, Pierre's whole speech was mostly about, Pierre's speech, when he wasn't just saying weird platitudes to people who work manual labor jobs, was talking about a part of northern Ontario that apparently has a lot of valuable minerals that could make some mining companies very wealthy. I don't know how much money Canadians would make. Who knows if the mining company is even a Canadian company? But Pierre really wants all those minerals to get sucked up right away and sold off. Will we get what they're actually worth? Pierre's behind it. It's probably going to be a really good deal for somebody. Um, but Pierre is very upset that the government has not approved the start of work at that site because they keep doing environmental surveys. And they're worrying about how the mine might affect people and animals in the area because they're stupid, right? Like, everybody knows that the mining industry is always perfectly responsible. They never make a mess that they don't clean up. They never leave the public with the bill after they've made their money, and they never cause problems for people later down the line. They also never poison people's water. Like, ever. 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 Anybody want to take a bet on how many conservative donors are heavily invested in this mining project? Come on, the chicken needs money for a Switch too.